Common sense, right? It's not that common these days. Yeah, it's surprising to me how little people, how little time people spend thinking. It would be to our advantage to think more and react less. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that prompted me to say common sense. The other day, I'm sure all of you have seen this. People walking across the street, at a stop sign or at a light or whatever, and as the light changes, and they don't look at traffic. They don't look to see is everybody stopping. Is somebody like you know boneheading out, and they're going to go through the light, or they're going to try to race through the orange light, and these people could get nailed. It's unbelievable to me. They put their faith in total strangers. It's like, well, look, I'm a pedestrian and I have the right of way, and so therefore I don't have to look at anybody or anything, and I can rest assured that I will be safe because it's the law. I have the right of way. Therefore I am safe. This is completely ridiculous and foolhardy. And I see this all the time. People now more than ever with the phones, right? With people texting and walking and as they're texting and ignoring everything around them. No environmental awareness at all. This is foolishness. Got to be careful. But people, these pedestrians, they just assume that everyone sees them. It's not going to be a problem. They put their faith in in total strangers' ability to drive carefully and to be paying attention, and they're not texting. You're assuming that they're not texting and they're vigilant. Okay. I think I have made my point. Another thing about driving is the other day I saw a woman in the second lane from the left, right? So one of the faster lanes. It was like four lanes. She was in one of the faster lanes, going 45 miles an hour in a 65-mile-an-hour zone. It's not the freeway. And so people are having to drive around. They speed up to her, and then they were driving around her to pass her. And it's just foolish. One, she is causing problems for everybody else. And two, she's causing a potential accident for herself. By going so slow in a fast lane, she runs the risk of somebody nailing her, or her not reacting fast enough. If you're going to go slow, be in the lane to the right. Be in the slow lane. But again, there's a sense that people have a sense of entitlement well, I'm entitled to drive at whatever speed I feel like. And if people don't like it, they can go around me, and that's their problem. But no, it becomes your problem. The world works best when we are not only aware of our own needs and our own tendencies, but we're also aware of others, and we want to play fair, and we want to like be, everybody is entitled to a little bit of cooperation here to make the whole world work well, which means individuals who decide, no, I'm entitled to do it my way, and I don't care what other people think. No, it's nice not to care what other people think of you, not to worry about other people's judgments, but it's also nice to be considerate. All right? It's also nice to be courteous. Yeah, I mean, it's not a law, it's not a requirement, but it's a good thing to do. Courtesy and consideration. I was at I was pulling up to the store the other day, and I pull into the parking lot next to this car, and then this guy's like coming out of the store, and I could see that he's eyeballing the space between my car and his car, and it looked to me like he was worried that it was not enough room for him to squeeze between the cars and open his car door and get into his car. And I said, "Oh, geez, it looks too tight for you. I can move it if you'd like." And he said, "No, I think I can manage." And I said, "You sure I can move?" And he said no. And then I said, okay. And then he said, but thank you very much for offering to move your car. And I said, sure, no problem. Then he said, have a nice day. And I said, thanks, you too. So it occurred to me that that was a moment. That was a really good moment of cooperation. He was shocked. I could see that he was really surprised that I had extended that courtesy of saying, it was my mistake moving a little bit too tight, and and I want to do the right thing, and I'll take the time to help you out here and move the car. He was surprised by that. He was appreciative of that. And by saying like thank you and have a nice day, he was trying to reinforce and acknowledge the good behavior. And and I think there's not enough of this. I'm not saying this to toot my own horn. That's a minor league, nothing kind of thing. But I'm just saying this because it helps. When we see so much violence and anger and abuse and aggression, leading all the way up to terrorist activities of any kind, it really does. It all starts with the individuals, how we react to people, how we can make a difference in how we react to people. If we react with courtesy and compassion, empathy, kindness, generosity, we are role modeling right action. But we're also just kind of, you know, trying to bring people to our vibration of cooperation and peace and non-aggression. And it's a slow process to transform the world, but this is where we do have control. This is where we do have power, by the choices we make about what kind of person we want to be, how we react to the world. If we want to react with have a wall up, and be like angry and suspicious and aggressive and entitled, or if we really want to try to like love ye one another, and treat others as we wish to be treated, and yeah, and be our brother's keeper. By that I mean looking out for each other, and make in cooperation, consideration, courtesy, all very, very important. It makes you feel good about yourself. It builds your own self-esteem, and it also makes the world a better place to be. And it decreases the amount of violence and aggression in the world, decreases the amount of negative energy in the world, makes the world a better place. So you're doing yourself a favor when you try to be generous and get out of yourself and get out of your ego.